frustrated about your college football team, well, I have some good news for you. College basketball tips off in 20 days.
I'm here at the Nitro Truck Tour, and I'm actually getting ready to drive, about to rev up this engine. Oh, just kidding. That's the real driver, not me. I'm joined by Rob Pucci. You pointed out how you really can't see a lot down here. I mean, you really can't. You're kind of blind a little bit. What does it feel like when you're in this seat?
It's pretty crazy. You're strapped in pretty tight, so you can't move your head.
Florida fans loved how fired up you were during your introductory press conference. Are you like this 24/7?
Non-stop. I don't sleep much.
There had been plenty of talk about Freeze on the hot seat, but it got really hot last night. Fans even stayed to chant "Fire Hugh," and you can hear them booing as he walked off the field at Jordan-Hare Stadium for the final time.
Hey, SD, Alex Golish is the new head coach at Auburn. This coaching search has been a whirlwind. For a while, Auburn thought they had John Summerall, but a source close to the program tells me that deal fell through a few days ago. Alex Golish left Moscow, Russia for the United States when he was just 7 years old. At that time, Golish says he never imagined becoming the head coach at a major college football program. Back then, he was more concerned about getting the latest Nerf football. But watching his parents give up everything they knew to give him and his brother a better life, well, that's where Golish says he learned the power of love, commitment, and sacrifice. And 34 years later, Golish is taking those same lessons as he takes over the Auburn football program. Nick Saban has said Jordan-Hare Stadium is haunted, but Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson says he wasn't seeing any ghosts tonight as he led a game-winning drive with a 4th and 2 conversion for a touchdown to put the Tide in the SEC championship versus Georgia.
Are pointing to the lack of effort, which we thought was supposed to be different this year. But check out this play here. You see number 18 on the left of your screen.
Coach Nate Oates challenged his team to lock in on defense and pay attention to the scouting report. The result? The Tide didn't give up 20 points to Mississippi State until there were 4 minutes left in the first half.
Looking down at the water from all the way up here would scare a lot of people. But the kids in War Eagle Dive Club jumped right in.
Every day they always ask to go higher and higher and higher.
Even at their first practice.
That's been really cool where they get that first feeling. It kind of brings me back to my first time too.
Diving practice isn't your typical pool day.
I like going on the trampoline, I like diving, and I like going off 5 meter.
Kayla Walsh is a sophomore diver for the Auburn Tigers. As an assistant coach, she enjoys seeing the fearlessness of these kids, some as young as 5 years old.
It's fun for me because I get up there and I have a lot of fear because I've grown up and I've developed like the sense of like, oh, like so many things that can go wrong, but these kids are so open-minded and so ready to learn about it that just makes me excited for them. And we have to actually learn how to contain that and control it. So like I was working with Jack and like keeping his arms by his side because he's so excited, but I love that about them.
Children like Jack are at the perfect age to learn. Similar to gymnastics, learning diving when young can be invaluable.
The younger you are, the easier it is to learn all the fundamentals, and then as you grow up we can really build off those blocks of foundations to really have like good body positions and air awareness and body awareness
that can carry them far places. As War Eagle Club divers train, they see lists of record holders and Olympians.
So it always is like a conversation with them. Like they just can look around here and just be like, oh, maybe I can do that one day, you know, and that creates this like dream for them.
It makes me want to go all the way to the Olympics.
Of course, even with the 2032 Olympics in mind, fear can still creep in.
And thankfully, diving can be done from the side of the pool. And so we start them really low, really basic, and you kind of like gain that trust with them. We work on that mental toughness with them, and they can use that in the real world too.
Because being brave isn't about never being scared. It's about doing the things that scare you.
When you go on that diving board, are you ever scared?
No, not always, but sometimes.
How do you get over it if you're scared?
I just close my eyes and jump.
My wife came out earlier. She cried about 6 times seeing all of it. It's emotional, and I've just got done telling the girls when I got a chance to visit with all of them, why do we want to do this? Well, it's simple. This is a global sport that's growing, and we want to do our part to serve this great game, serve this great state and this community, to allow our girls to have a path at this game and what it's done for me in my life.
This camp comes at a good time. Girls high school flag football is the fastest growing sport in the state of Alabama.
When I was a little kid,
I used to always like playing football, especially with boys. So it's different now playing with girls. This is my first time doing flag football, and all the girls, they nice. They very respectful. If I'm doing something wrong, they'll tell me.
And they cheer each other on in the weight room and on a D1 football field, learning from some of the best in the game.
Just told them like they can be Olympians if they wanted to travel this game all the way to that. And how cool is that to say out loud?
Parker sees new opportunities for girls like Brianna and for his own young daughters that didn't exist until now.
There is a vested interest because of my wife's background to Division I athletics and to our 3 girls that we had before we finally had a son. And I just think about all them, our families, and everybody connected to this program.
He reminded the girls how important their work is on their journeys ahead as doors keep opening.
Give them an avenue to be able to grow in this sport playing it, but maybe also coaching it in their future.
Like state champ coach Whitney Toole, who's grown her Catholic flag football team from 11 to 35 players.
We started out 3 years ago, and it's continued to grow since then. And seeing this is amazing because this is something even last year that wasn't even possible. Just the wide eyes of the girls to see a D1 weight room, a team meeting, to work on the field with college coaches. It's just an experience they won't forget.
As they grind out reps, catch touchdowns, and celebrate together. In Troy, Julianna Reichenbach, Action 8 Sports. There's the guy at the net.
John is like 150 miles per hour most all the time. One of the best debate students in the country.
Very sporadic would probably be the word.
I'm kind of a lot to deal with.
And there's the guy on the baseline.
Jackson's always been on the more introverted side, but he's a bit quieter, but he's very mellow, which I like.
Man of a few words, but when he speaks, it's important.
Jackson and John may sound like opposites, but Coach David Bethea saw a winning formula.
They were both young, and I just kind of looked at it and thought, man, these guys can stay together for 5 years.
Something never done before in Bethea's 46 years. John and Jackson set out on season 1 as the number 3 pair.
I was first off pretty excited to play with John as a 7th grader and him as 8th grader. I thought it was cool to play with the upperclassmen.
It took time, but the youngins learned how to play together.
It was pretty rough. We weren't really sure what we were doing, and eventually kind of discovered that our play style was just running all over the place.
The immediate result, back-to-back 6A titles.
I play pretty slow, pretty mellow. I usually just try to get as many balls back as I can.
And I also like getting to smack the ball at people at the net. You know, it's the dark side of me, I guess.
And there's also a light side of doubles tennis. While singles can feel lonely, a partner can give you support.
He's a bit hard to read for the average person, but because we play together for so long, it's kind of like having a little brother. You know, I get to order him around.
I mean, I'm a little hard on him sometimes at the same point.
I'm being all crazy. He's kind of there to mellow me down. He doesn't really get upset, but, you know, whenever he's like, you know, more chill and we need some energy, I kind of try to bring the energy.
And sometimes they don't even have to say anything. They just look at each other and they lift each other up that way.
Setting an example beyond just a record.
They get better playing together, but I think what it does is it helps the other guys. They watch how they play. Jackson and John are great, like coaches on the court, on practice and everything, talking to the other players about how they're playing, what mistakes they're making, how they can be better.
To potentially be Jackson's second ever partner next year. 100 wins later, John, now a senior, is headed to TCU.
Obviously, I would rather him stay one more year and we play next year, but I'll just have to adjust my play style probably a little bit to my partner.
But John and Jackson can always cherish their 5 years together.
I'm just glad we, first of all, haven't been separated throughout all these years we've been together, and just being able to do that has been awesome.
Hitting 100 wins by yourself, as me and Jax have done, is nice. But to have the bond with somebody and play with them the entire career, I really appreciate the experience of, you know, getting to play with somebody for so long and leave such a unique title behind.
And now there's one more title to chase. In Montgomery, Julianna Reichenbach, Action 8 Sports. Second year under head coach Jared Parker. There's been a lot more confidence this year. No cramps on the first day of fall camp. That's always a win.